There's no such thing as allergies. They don't exist. Let me tell you what's going into your body and why it's reacting how it is. So, first off, you're eating foods that are rich in histamine. And those foods are building an intolerance in your body. So, two things. I had I had a certain occurrence that made me have to have a histamine and intolerance. And now there's certain foods that I just can't eat. I can't. My body won't do it. And I was like, okay, I've never had an allergy ever in my whole life. Never been allergic to anything. But it happens. If you drink alcohol, if you smoke, anything like that, any foreign substance put in your body, you might mess yourself up to where you'll only be able to eat 5 foods. That's why it's best to eat healthy from the start and introduce those habits into your children so it can be hereditary. Don't wait late. You eating cheeseburgers and this and that. Okay, so let's get. This is why people. There's no such thing as allergies. There's no such thing as being lactose intolerant. I'm gonna break it down to y'all, right? So the definition of histamine is a chemical compound in the body that triggers an immune response, causing allergy symptoms like sneezing and itching by increasing blood vessel dilation and permeability. Okay. It also plays other roles such as stimulating the secretion of stomach acid, acting as a neurotransmitter. That is why your brain shuts down and your stomach is connected to your brain. Everything starts in the gut. So, this is biochemistry, y'all. Everything starts in the gut, what you eat. If you're going to put all these different, um, first off, everything builds histamine every food builds histamine when it sits. So all that fast food that gets frozen for 40 years, I like that. Fast food frozen for. But all of that builds histamine. When you pick that pear off of that tree, that's why it's good to have your gardens or get fresh produce. Because when you pick that pear off that tree and it sits on a shelf for 2 weeks, it builds histamine. Eat as fresh as you can. When you buy fish from the market, it builds histamine when it sits in the bag. If you fish your own fish fresh out the water, you get less histamine. That's less um, immune response. So, this is why people, should we break down histamine first? Let's get FDMAP foods. And we're going to define that. And then from there, we're going to break down what these foods are. Because we want to avoid them. We want a rich diet. And when you incorporate a rich diet that doesn't, you'll find your allergies go away. Bro, I cured myself of lactose intolerance. My whole family is lactose intolerant. I eat cheese on cheese on cheese. Now I gotta back it up because my histamine and stuff came back. But um I completely felt no stomach. I used to eat ice cream and stomach be messed up in like 10 minutes. Bro, I was smashing ice cream for like 6 months, 5 months. Good. Because I focused my diet like this. So, um, FODMAPs, fermentable, fermentable oligosaccharides, diglycerides, monosaccharides, and polyols. All those words. Look them up. are a group of carbohydrates that can cause gastrointestinal discomfort. High foods and FDMO. I told you I was going to do histamine foods first. So, histamine liberators, chocolate, aged cheese, sauerkraut, whatever you call it, egg whites, shellfish, crabs. This is why people have the allergy. No, they're just very high in histamine. Shellfish is very high in histamine. We're not supposed to eat it as human beings. So when you take that shellfish and you throw it in a bag for a month and you sell it in a market, just think how much histamine is off the charts. Um, Fish, kombucha, cured meat, dried fruit, nuts. People don't have no peanut allergies. It's just the histamine. Let's break that down. Long stored nuts, peanuts, cashews, almonds, pistachios, chocolates, because you know chocolate comes from a nut, as well as hazelnut. I felt that when I tried to eat little Nutella bars and it was still messing me up. I'm like, it's not a nut. It's hazelnut. It is. Other cocoa products, seitan, rice vinegar, ready meals, salty snacks. How is histamine intolerant? It's because it's a nut. That's why chocolate be messing you up. So pickles, cause of that vinegar. Cucumber is get you some organic cucumber. Best refreshment filling after an allergy breakdown. And I bet you there's a significantly low number of people that are allergic to foods that are not histamine liberators and FODMAP. Tomatoes. I just found out tomato was one. I was eating tomatoes like I was doing the right thing. No. That means no ketchup. None of that. There's a lot of people with tomato allergies as well. Walnuts, peanuts, we covered that. Citrus, lemon, spinach. I can't believe that. I love spinach. Cheeses and beans. Why does beans mess your stomach up? People say beans just gives you gas. No, it is histamine food. It is a histamine food. It messes the lining of your stomach up. Stop eating beans unless you cook the heck out of the mugs and it still doesn't help. I'm sorry. Humans shouldn't be. I know we've been eating beans for maybe thousands of years. No, no. Alcohol. Why do people get their stomach messed up and throw up after drinking alcohol? While some alcoholic drinks contain lower levels of histamine, it's best to avoid alcohol as much as possible with your low histamine diet. Um, Even red wine, it's literally fermenting fruit. It's messing up your stomach line. This is why when you drink liquor, then you eat dairy, you're done. You're done. You're done. And it says chicken, fish, tuna, mackerel hair. A lot of those things sit. They gotta cure them and clean them because of parasites. Um, Legumes like lentils and chickpeas. All right, let's get into the uh, FOD maps, and then we'll get into how to diet these things. How to, because this stuff is like, this stuff almost took me out multiple times, man. Why is it that when you get a bunch of acid, when you drink apple juice, when you drink um, pineapple juice, your stomach gets acidy. You get acid reflux. It's because it's a FODMAP. It's a fermentable oligosaccharide. Very hard word to pronounce. It's fermentable. It's literally fermenting. That's why it's bubbling up at the top. Um, you got to really do your research because there will be some false information on here. You got to double check. Blueberries is good. Don't believe them when they tell you blueberries is one. Blueberries is perfect for an inflammatory diet. Blueberries is amazing. Grapes is amazing. Red and green grapes, amazing. Even cotton candy grapes are good. Non-GMO, get some organic grapes, whatever you can find. Apples is a no-no. Pears is a no-no. Peaches is a no-no. Cherries is a no-no. Those they let them sit for too long. Vegetables, garlic is a no-no. Onions is a no-no. Asparagus. Some people have said that asparagus isn't even supposed to be cooked. It's not healthy. I don't know. I kind of believe that because asparagus is just fishy. It's just fishy. Um, Garlic, they say it's healthy for you. Onions are healthy for you in moderation. We're not supposed to, like, when they give you a cheeseburger and they give you 3 rings of onions on that mug. When you're eating onion rings, you're going crazy. You're going crazy. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, mushrooms. Those are the 3 most disliked vegetables. And it's probably for a reason because it probably messes people up. Now, let me get out of speculation and let's get to more of my personal um, experience and fact. Dairy, milk, cheese, soft cheeses, yogurt, ice cream, it's all fermented. It's all fermented. You got to get your stomach lining up if you're going to do that. And you got to do it in moderation. Beans, you know they're going to mess you up. Soybeans, going to mess with your hormones, especially if you're a man. Grains, wheat, rye, barley, oats, corn in some cases. Oats, see, that's another thing. Oats are good. You get you some organic oats, healthy, but you can't put brown sugar and everything else in there because that sugar is going to mess you up. Sugar's another one. Sugar's going to mess you up. It's going to mess with your stomach line. That's probably why people can't get the proper nutrients out of their food. They have vitamin deficiencies because they're messing up their stomach lining. You got to get you some supplements you got to get you some probiotic GI, and you got to get you some here, because I want y'all to know this. Diamine oxidized. This right here will save you. If you're really allergic to stuff, this stuff will reverse your allergies. Non-GMO. Get you some of this stuff. Get you some probiotic GI. Get that probiotic in your stomach. I know we taking probiotics from Greek yogurt. Um, no, no. This will help you. This will help you way more. It's non-GMO, it's hypoallergenic, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. All of that's for a reason. Another thing, your medicines. Your medicines are messing you up too. Like acetaminophen. Um, if you get, let's see, acetaminophen. If you're taking painkillers, make sure they aren't. People wonder why is my painkiller causing me? Why is my making me feel crazy? And you're having an allergic reaction because it's messing with your stomach lining. That's why they tell you do not drink liquor and take medicine because it messes with your stomach lining. It's all coming together. As I'm speaking, it's all coming together. I promise I did not prepare none of this. I pulled up this information haphazard, and here it is coming together. Foods low. Oh, before I get into that, honey. They say we're not supposed to eat honey. Why? All that sugar, all of those pollens, pollen gives people allergies. So it's a high FDMAP. FODMAP. It just makes sense. High fructose corn syrup. It's the fructose. Okay, foods low in FODMAP. Eggs, rice. Oh, get you some organic rice. Almond milk. I haven't gotten on to almond milk yet because I was scared of nuts. Um, I was messing before I figured it out. I was drinking a lot of um, oat milk, and those oats were messing me up because it's not because of oats, but because the oats are sitting and they're refined and they're not fresh, right? So that's why the oat milk was messing me up. Hard cheeses. Um, so these are things that are good. Hard cheeses like cheddar, mozzarella. They say get that fresh mozz. If you're gonna if you're gonna do what you do. Most fruits and vegetables, except those listed above, are good for you. We're gonna wrap this up, man, because this is gonna take some of your own personal study. I hope you're taking notes. I think we covered everything. Okay, so this is my personal um meal plan. Now that I figured out, it took me like a year and a half to figure out what I can eat. I can eat blueberries in typical servings. Kiwi is safe. Grapes are safe. Cantaloupe, honeydew, raspberries, safe in moderation. I ate a whole little crate of raspberries and I felt it start coming on. So I will stay away from raspberries for now. But that's why it says a moderate serving. Star fruit is safe. Rhubarb is safe. These vegetables are safe. Carrots, cucumber, zucchini. I love fresh cucumber, organic. Carrot, I thought carrot was a no-no. I'm gonna bring carrot back because I love carrot. It's good for your eyes. Um, Bell peppers, green are safe. Red, orange, and yellow should be limited because they are higher in histamine. Green peppers all day. Green beans, lettuce, potato, including sweet potato, not the yam. Radishes are safe. Sprouts, pumpkin, and squash is safe. Fresh herbs, basil, chives, parsley, mint, rosemary, thyme, and ginger. I thought ginger was a no-no. I gave the ginger away to my lady. Um, Always eat these foods as fresh as possible, absolutely fresh. Histamine levels start to build up as soon as the food is picked or prepared, so buy fresh, store them cold, and eat them as soon as possible. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep at this because this is important, man. You're gonna reverse your allergies, you're gonna get healthy, and you're gonna fix your genetic position. So it's not all about, oh, my dad was lactose and my mom had it's about what you do with your body right now. People's allergies are disappearing. And some people's allergies are coming when they're 33. So why? This is why. Peace and blessings and good health to y'all. KingTariqBey, I'm out.